Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Krai, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hand. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Krai should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you're definitely...
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not sure. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as it. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the...
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly is...
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari. That's a lot to take in.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the wild hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow... And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the wild... But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The wild hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature. That said, while I was explaining everything just now...
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key... I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss...
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodkrayan Ratnik's Field Journal, and...
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a...
another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up. Well, still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have... Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was... I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before... But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even... To my knowledge, the bulk of Krai's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rarir.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece, and
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate.
According to my analysis, this solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's experiment.
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes. I must speak with.
it's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. The wild hunt has plagued not Krai for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have—
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nokrai has a clue.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly
Ah! She hurt me!
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal.
Details. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course, I know where the meeting place.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without—
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have— If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal—
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around.
Boss, just a thought. If things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir, if this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. Flins, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some
Shh. This is top secret info.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the intel gathering in you, and that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the moon goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys up once they're ready. We'll deploy the decoys across Krai. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for...
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously
Huh! You really think that's gonna scare—
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zen.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time, and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to—
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Krai are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real—
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep first Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh.
Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message from me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. And I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like it brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because... But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little.
Huh? What do you mean?
See for yourselves.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made... Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret path. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's...
Colonia, get him!
I've upgraded Colonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a different...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limit. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And...
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this... I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind.
Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But in...
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have...
If you want to make it big and not cry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. It was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had... And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing, plus any other friends you send my way, will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Not Krai, and then if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that?
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation. Don't...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will... So remember, don't be frightened, and... Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chair. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said anyway.
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pit.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If he invites me again, chances are...
Felindis. That's the same...
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't... That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than the burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested for... It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would the burial place of a fallen moon?
Reverie, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedaflin here? What a surprise to...
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserved...
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far...
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought the great Twilights...
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story.
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved? It's nothing.
Vedaflin, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as... And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or... Why did he react so strongly? Was it...
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more